And welcome back to the hot stage via the Hot Lap. We are talking Monte Carlo news still. Yes, more news coming out of the Monte Carlo WRC event, the World Rally Championship event, the first round for 2024. And we've got Hyundai and the potential of Hyundai, at least according to their boss, Cyril. I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to try. Gone wrong there. I'm so sorry, Cyril. I do apologise, but... Let's quickly move on then, shall we, to the next headline. As Mr. Ogier on his Monte Carlo future, is he going to continue his domination into 2025 and beyond after failing to win the event in 2024? Last but not least, Evans on his anything but disappointing rally run in Monte Carlo. Basically, Dirtfish are saying there's a lot to look out for, so positive vibes out there for Evans. I may be slightly biased about that, but let's get into our first story about Hyundai showing their potential, and this is from their boss. So the car dominated the season opener in the French Alps, with Thierry Neuville bringing his car home with what they described a perfect score of 30. So well done to him after leading the field at the end of Saturday. If you remember, Evans looked good on the Friday, but then it didn't go so well, and then winning all three stages across Super Sunday to bag those bonus points and Wolf Power Stage points. So the team's returning star, though, Mr. Ott Tanak, he made it two Hyundais in the top four, with Andreas Mikkelsen also scoring well, finishing 6th in his i20. And now the team boss said, "We haven't spoken about it too much, but the car has changed a lot since last year, as we understood how to set it up and how to release its full potential across the weekend." He said, "Winning in Monte Carlo is on everyone's bucket list when you work in motorsport as a team. We are relieved, not only because we have won an iconic event, but also that this has been a remarkable and collected demonstration. This win is highly deserved," he said, "as is always the case. But when it happens like this, it is really a great feeling." And one round in, as we know, Neuville heads that title race. So well done. Is that ominous potentially for the next round? I mean, one good thing about rally is, I think unlike circuit racing, where, you always race on the circuit, the grounds are completely different. The locations are so different to each country, each venue they go to. It's sometimes such a massively different challenge to even stuff like circuit racing. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think, obviously, Hyundai are going to dominate. I still think Evans is going to be favourite for that championship. I mean, he finished second last year, but let's see. Proof of the pudding, is going to be in the eating. So next up, we've got Ogier on his Monte future. This is from dirtfish.com. And they're saying that they asked 9-time Monte winner if a 10th Monte win could still be on the cards. And WRC reporter said Julian Porter was having none of it. This was, as he pointed out, the Monte Carlo rally, the same one Sebastian Ogier had made his own. How was he being beaten? So after the 11-mile penultimate stage, Neuville's top of the table, apologies again, the top of the table advantage had mushroomed from 8 to 13.5 seconds, and the Toyota star admitted the battle was done after his Belgian rival had taken time out of him on the final day's opener. Now, Porter listened, thought about it, and couldn't help himself, and he did his job. He said, "I'm surprised," said the man with the mic. "I just expected you to give everything until the last stage." Ogier accepted, and he said, "I tried. It was a good stage. But like I said, I'm never the one taking stupid risk when it's not really worth it." And that, we thought, was that. But no, there was more. "It's Monte Carlo, though," added Porter tenaciously. "You were going for a 10th win." There's great mutual respect between Ogier and Porter. They've worked together for years. It was time for the champ to bring this one to a close, so he did. "Yeah," he smiled, "but I have 9 and nobody has that, so it's not that bad." I mean, ultimately, though, it was a simple statement of fact, and it was made by a man who knew his race was run. Immediately, the talk of the Dirtfish comms group was that was it. This was Ogier's last Monte. You could hear it in his voice, apparently. Opinion was split. Let's remember the context of the rally the Gap star had endured. Losing his uncle at the start of the week, which must have been absolutely horrendous, and fighting not just Neuville, but a whole range of what would have been human emotion. Ultimately, though, we maybe thought that was it. Then the Monte Master put us right. There we go. When we talked 10 hours later, OGA told Dirtfish, of course, 10 is a nice number, but today's not the end of the war for me to manage this 10th. So he's still on. So hopefully we are going to see OGA back for that 10th one to win. I think most people really want him to do it. We like, most people like round numbers. He said, this was my 15th start here this weekend. He added, 13 times I finished on the podium, 9 wins and 4 second places. This consistency on the toughest rally of the year is something I can be proud of. No arguments here. Same time, same place next year, Seb. They end it. And I like Dirtfish. I really hope they're absolutely right. Fingers absolutely crossed. And let's get into why Evans Monte was nothing but disappointing. So when you put more than 15 seconds on your rivals in the first 2 stages, this is from another story from Dirtfish, coming away from a rally with anything other than a win is going to be a touch disappointing. This was what Elfyn Evans was thinking on Sunday, I'd imagine. Initially, yes, it says once the Welshman had driven down the mountains and parked his Toyota Yaris Rally 1 up alongside the harbour in Monaco, you could see he'd been thinking back to his chat with Dirtfish a couple of weeks earlier. And they're saying that the Welshman told us the key to Monte was points and consistency, I think, throughout the whole campaign. Happy days then, not because at least Evans has never left round 1 with more points than he did on Sunday, but he did leave the 21 championship with the same number, they said. The objective was always to come away with solid points, reaffirmed last year's championship runner. He said, I really wanted a podium, so from that side it's sort of objective achieved. I always want to start the year finishing Monte Carlo. There's nothing worse from starting with very little points for Monte. Good, they've said nice bit of positivity, and I completely agree. That's the most important thing, is going to be consistency. Good points and consistency, but I think is going to give you a much better chance at that WRC title than absolutely going for it, unless you really, really have to. And at the moment, he doesn't. So I don't think he's got anything to worry about. Roll on Sweden. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think Calais potentially going to Sweden as well, which is going to be quite interesting because hey, he's got nothing to lose on his part-time schedule. And these people like OGA, these not part-time drivers, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? But these people that are entering part-time into the championship, they kind of, in a way, have got nothing to lose. They're not there for the championship, are they? So you could make an argument is they can take the risks, unlike people like Evans and Nouvel. They cannot take those risks. And Tanak, they can't take those risks, but the other people can. Anyway, that's most of the news coming out of rally. Like and subscribe if you can. We'd really, really appreciate it here at the Hot Lap. If you made it to the end, you're amazing. You're definitely a 2-stage winner or a champion or whatever you want to call yourself. I'll agree if you made it to the end. Let me know. Comment below. Let us know what you think, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much.